Hello. In this video,
Hello.
we will talk about configuration of StarTrinity soft switch for GSM termination with GoIP gateways, and we'll talk about SIM management features in our soft switch. So URL is here.
For the tutorial?
Yes, for the tutorial. First item is register for free trial. So there is free trial now 10 days and 4 concurrent calls channels. So I think it's straightforward. Just enter email, name, company name, and you'll receive an email with details how to connect to the soft switch. Next is to connect GoIP gateway to the StarTrinity soft switch.
Okay.
This has been done already. It is connected to internet. No SIM bank is used here, right? So only
Yeah, no SIM bank.
no SIM bank, but it can connect with SIM bank. Just the GoIP SIM bank has a separate user
With the,
interface to manage SIMs. Okay, gateway locations. Have you configured the locations?
location, I just put, can you check?
Okay, so we log in into SoftSwitch and we go to SIM management and gateway locations. Yeah, first location, that's good.
Yeah.
It could be city 1, city number 2, office 1.
Okay. Office 2, like that.
The locations are used to put limits, per location limits. Like register maximum 1 SIM card.
For the first location, like that, right?
In 1 hour per
Okay.
location. Next, locations are done. Configure menu SIM management gateways. Add new gateway. So that's already done. Also, gateways. You added the gateway, and okay, that's done. Originator is optional field to filter traffic, to have this gateway accept traffic only from one
Originator.
from one client,
Okay.
to see difference between clients, which to select which client is better and which client has better traffic. You can have 2 gateways with 2 different originators and see what's the difference between clients. What is SIM card lifetime?
Okay.
Okay, next, connect gateway to the soft switch. So when you create a new item, as an example, gateway 2, if I cannot type here.
Okay. Should I type?
Type something, some ID.
Okay.
Okay, and we select location and add.
Password.
It is user and password to access user interface of GoIP.
Okay.
The soft switch accesses GoIP device as a web user. So it is administrator.
User and password.
Yes, administrator. You
Mm.
have already added the first gateway,
Yeah.
and when you add it, okay. As an example, admin and some just any password, and
Okay.
as an example. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, and it shows instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Here are the instructions to connect GoIP gateway to this softswitch IP address.
Mm-hmm.
And this softswitch works as a remote control server. The remote control server is like a proxy
Mm-hmm. Proxy for the gateway, right?
for the gateway to access the
Mm-hmm.
gateway.
Yeah.
So it has to be entered into GoIP
The VoIP, yeah.
device. The port must be open at softswitch server TCP port in firewall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it should come online. The
Mm-hmm.
GoIP.
Yes.
Device. Okay,
Is
next.
the first gateway online?
Yes,
Oh.
it is online, and a last response from
Mm-hmm. 22 seconds, right?
22 seconds
Mm-hmm.
ago. We can go to details.
Oh, it's already there.
It's here. Yes, it's here. So, and it displays SIM cards automatically.
Mm-hmm.
So the
So all we have to do just connect to the gateway with the remote server, and it will happen like this, right?
yeah, and the SIM cards should be
Mm-hmm.
inserted into
Okay.
the gateway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next, try to access GoIP gateway through our switch IP address. What it means? It means access gateway web UI.
Mm-hmm.
This link, open new tab, and we go to the GoIP through StarTrinity IP address,
Mm-hmm.
and it is a temporary HTTP port to access the GoIP gateway remotely.
Mm-hmm.
And the GoIP gateway can be located behind NAT. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, with not with public IP. It can have private IP address, internal IP address.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can access GoIP gateway remotely here, and configure it. Check
Mm-hmm.
SIM cards, whatever. Okay, we access the gateway. Next, click switch SIM management gateway details auto configure gateway. This is needed. Have you done it? No.
Yes, I done it. I actually click
Okay.
auto configure. Yeah.
Auto configure button is here. Auto configure gateway,
Mm-hmm.
and it configures the gateway to register, um, to send SIP register to the switch.
Okay. So it's on basic UIP or
It's it is server SIP IP address. Here it
oh,
is,
I actually yeah. So
and
do I have to put the ID and password like that?
no, no. So I see that it's not configured correctly. It is not single server mode right now.
Mhm. Okay.
It must be per channel. So I click it again.
Mhm.
Uh, it is not correct because the SIM cards are not online. The channels are not online. Do you see? SIP status is
Status is offline.
offline. So they
Mhm.
are not online.
Okay.
The gateway web interface is
Mhm.
online
Okay.
because we see that ping is received.
Mhm. So we have to auto configure it again.
Yes, auto configure. I click. We wait. Uh-huh. And what happens? It configures these basic VoIP settings by
Okay.
line. So every line
Mhm.
configure is registered separately on the
Mhm.
source switch, and the source
Okay.
switch is able to send calls to every single line.
Mhm.
It can select the line, and it can
Okay.
select SIM card
Mhm.
for the call
From the soft switch, right?
from the source switch.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. So we refresh channel status. Oh, and you see online, online,
Mhm.
online. Uh,
Mhm.
all SIM cards must be, all channels must be online.
Mhm.
Then you can select
The
some
originator, right? Mhm.
originator. For example, you add a new client and you don't
Mhm.
know is the traffic clean or not. Is it really retail traffic
Mhm.
um, or not? So you can
Mhm.
select a dedicated maybe 4 SIM cards for this new client and test him,
Mhm.
test the traffic. Okay,
Okay.
refresh. Let's wait.
Yes, all
Okay,
of them
so
online now.
they are online. Next,
Mhm.
what do we see here? Insert new SIM cards.
Yes, it
SIM
is already done.
status in so switch menu SIM cards.
Mhm.
We go to SIM cards, SIM management SIM cards, and let's see. Disabled out of balance. Because the balance is not requested. Um,
Mhm.
so we need to configure how it. Well, by default, the source switch compares the balance of SIP card with
Mhm.
some threshold, which is here in SIM operators
Operate.
operators details. Uh, the detail minimum balance required. You see here, disable SIM card is balance is lower than some threshold,
Mhm.
and the balance is unknown right now. So we can remove this setting,
Mhm.
and if we don't care about balance, so
Mhm.
what do you need right now for this?
Uh, Actually, if the balance is under $20, lower than $20, then we should disable
Uh,
20.
yeah, but so it's not dollars. I think it's
Oh,
local.
yeah, just
It's
yeah, local,
local
yeah.
local currency. Can you type
So,
20 here?
oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, save 20. And we need to configure USSD request to request balance automatically on schedule.
Yes. Yes.
Balance query USSD. Is it correct?
Let me check 1 second. This is which operator? Let me see.
EMTS.
Yeah,
The
yes.
EMTS is a response from GoIP gateway.
Oh, EMT is responsible for GoIP, right?
Uh-huh.
Mm, just 1 second. Let me ask my partner.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, we check um, the default settings to check balance and MSISDN number, and
Mm-hmm.
we requested MSISDN number and balance using these default USSD requests,
Mm-hmm.
and results look good. So number looks good, and balance, but balance is not good. So we go to USSD log, SIM events log, and we see what happens. So this is correct.
Mm-hmm.
So USSD requests number request is correct. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it is correct, and balance is not correct. So
Mm-hmm.
this was USSD request, and I don't see anything about balance.
Yeah, it doesn't show. It just shows one. It is probably MTN scene. So I think MTN. If I search,
MTN SIM, but
yeah,
no, it cannot be MTN because the GoIP gateway shows operator in status.
ESTM,
EMT.
EMTS.
It is not MTN. So
This okay.
if we don't care about balance at all,
Mm-hmm.
um, we should remove the limit,
Okay.
and the limit is here. Don't. Yeah, so this limit should be removed if we don't care
Mm-hmm.
about balance at all. If we don't care,
Okay.
so we can remove. Can you press backspace? Can you remove?
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay. If we don't care, then we go to SIM cards,
Yeah. SIM
and
is
SIM
disabled.
is disabled. So by default, when you insert a new SIM, it is disabled,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to enable them enable manually, or we can click
Mm-hmm.
enable all SIM cards,
Okay.
or we can click it
Okay.
manually. So now SIM cards are online,
Online. Mm-hmm.
and um, what's next in the tutorial? The SIM cards are online.
Mm-hmm.
Configure SIM management, SIM operators. So SIM configure SIM operator, SIM operator. There could be multiple operators if
Mm-hmm.
mixed SIM cards are used.
Okay.
So
And
you
can you tell me about automatic recharging top up? So
okay? Automatic recharge is here. There are SIM recharge codes. First,
mm-hmm.
SIM recharge codes are USSD requests
Mm-hmm.
that have to be dialed
Mm-hmm.
um, to recharge the
Like the
SIM.
yeah
Just
the full thing, the star hash, then a
yeah,
voucher
yeah,
number and hash.
full.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, can you
Understand.
type something as an
Yeah.
example?
Okay.
So this is USSD, full USSD to recharge
hmm
the SIM card. Okay,
Like that, right?
yeah, like that. So
hmm
it is new recharge code, and it is not used by SIM card. So it
hmm
is empty and it is not used,
Okay.
and it could be used automatically
hmm
by the SIM management system.
Okay. So whenever the balance goes below whatever
When
limit we set.
balance goes, yes, when balance goes below, automatic recharging.
hmm
But before that, we need to request balance on schedule.
hmm
Automatically request balance. We need this,
hmm Okay.
and but currently it is not correct here.
Yeah, it's not correct. Yeah.
Okay, and there could be three independent components of the balance. It was in Nigeria about
hmm
two, 1 year or 2 years ago. Uh, there have been three uh, kind of components of balance. Some component promo, and
hmm
another was called Easy Flex, and these are
Okay.
like bonus minutes. There is main
hmm
balance and promo and
Main balance. Okay. Main balance is on the top, right? Balance
yes,
query,
yes, yeah, yeah,
USSD. Okay.
and these are optional.
hmm
It could be empty. If something is not
hmm
needed, it should be empty. So if you don't need, you
hmm
um, you need to erase the setting. Okay, so first you configure request of balance and regular expression, how to
hmm
get balance from response,
hmm
and decimal separator for the digits.
Okay.
And there could be also balance
In the
response in
mhm.
SMS. It goes
Okay.
through SMS sometimes.
hmm
And we request it automatically on schedule, and uh, it is schedule parameter interval. Every 60 minutes it requests the balance.
Okay.
But it is random. It's not always 60.
hmm
It's about 50% random. It is inside the softswitch.
hmm
On schedule or after some build durations. For example, if there have been a long call for 30 minutes, after
hmm
30 minutes, it automatically requests a balance to
Balance
update
check.
to
hmm
update. And
Okay.
it can disable SIM card if balance is low,
Lower than, yeah.
or it can automatically recharge. So you set it to, for example, 100. If balance
hmm
goes below 100, uh, it recharges using some methods.
Okay.
Method ID should equal to RC. If you type it
Okay.
RC to use
RC.
recharge code here, put
Okay.
RC.
RC.
Uh huh. Uh
hmm
huh. Save.
Then,
Oh.
oops. Oh, 1 second. Yeah. RC.
Uh
Then
huh. RC, and
save.
that's all you need. Save.
Oh, okay.
So if this is set up, if threshold is set up, it will recharge automatically.
Okay.
That's all the configuration for recharging.
Okay. Okay. I'll just send like 30 minutes.
Not
30
30. It is local
balance.
currency.
Okay. It's a balance. And what is the parameter there?
No, no parameters are needed for this method recharging.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
These parameters are they have been used for some other recharging methods. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They don't make sense here. It just gets a new unused recharge code and it marks it as used recharge
Okay.
code.
And and this just gonna happen by the operator, right? Every single like different operator will have different recharge.
Yeah, yeah. So when you enter recharge,
Mhm. Like another, say, like MTN. So I'll just
yes, MTN operator will have different USSD codes
okay,
for recharging.
okay, got it.
This
Okay,
is USSD recharging.
okay.
Next, mark SIM card as blocked. If uh, blocked or barred SIM cards,
Mm-hmm,
uh, these are settings.
mm-hmm,
If more than 40 calls failed,
mm-hmm,
um, consequently, the
mm-hmm,
SIM card is marked as blocked and no call will go to this SIM card. And you can unblock
mm-hmm,
it manually if you go to SIM cards. Here, flag blocked. So it can be
mm-hmm,
blocked or you can mark it as blocked manually.
mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
you can unblock it here. Unblock.
Okay.
Okay. And here are counters per SIM card. Connected
Mm-hmm,
time, ASR, ACD per SIM card, and total
mm-hmm.
connected time. And there could be a limit,
Yeah,
limit
we can
of
set the limit, right?
total build duration maximum per SIM card. It could be here.
Mm-hmm.
Here is a reset button. It is
Okay.
to reset build duration.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, delete of that's good. Um, Other settings, human behavior simulation, minimum time between USSD requests.
mm-hmm,
These are limits, just to limit number of calls per day uh,
mm-hmm,
per SIM card. 1000 is too high. Minimum time
mm-hmm.
between recharges and max total connected time per SIM card. It is. These are
Okay.
just limits. Just limits.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, and next, what's next in the tutorial? Configure originators. Then you
mm-hmm,
should add originator clients
mm-hmm.
in softswitch.
It's like a
Configure
regular setting, right?
just regular settings as in softswitch. You add a new client
Mm-hmm,
and you can add like you added
IP address.
SIP
Mm-hmm,
phone. Here is SIP phone
mm-hmm,
originator. For SIP phone, there are details, username and password details
mm-hmm.
for SIP
Yes.
phone. And if it is authorized by user and password, or no,
Mm-hmm.
by IP address, you uncheck
Just put the
this
IP. Yeah.
and you put a client IP address here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And also, what's important, you should set. Okay, this is very important to filter traffic dynamically
mm-hmm,
from originator with dynamic blacklist,
mm-hmm,
whitelist. This is important. And then, if you need billing, you should set up billing and price list. But
mm-hmm.
most GSM terminators don't use billing, they use CDRs from client.
Mm-hmm.
And then what max credit and routing
Yes.
routing group routing group
It's down there. There.
it's
Routing
here
group.
routing group. It is very important. It must be set to GSM gateway channels. You see,
Mm-hmm.
gateway
Yeah.
channels. So it is not regular routing like
Mm-hmm.
for wholesale. It is
Mm-hmm.
special routing for SIM management and for
Mm-hmm.
GoIP gateways. So
Mm-hmm.
it goes to GSM gateway channels, and
Mm-hmm.
this
So
is
we don't have to select a destination set, right?
yeah. So destination sets, configuration, destination set, and routing groups are not used
Mm.
at all.
Okay.
Not used, not used.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that's all. Configuration, and it must work. Mm.
Okay.
What else? You can enable recordings.
Mm-hmm.
Enable recording to listen for the call. What happened?
Mm-hmm. Just for a record, yeah.
Was it test call or not?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to audio and uh, there is
Can you check the terminator? Is it okay?
Terminator, and also terminators are not used at all.
Mm-hmm. So you can
Uh,
delete it, right?
yeah, yeah, it's not used. But
Mm-hmm.
well, it can be used, but in in current example, we set routing group equal to GSM gateway channels, so it goes
Mm-hmm.
directly to gateway channels and not routing groups and not terminators. So that's
Okay.
why terminators are not needed here. So it's not
Okay.
needed.
Um, okay. But if I want to add rate, then if you go in detail, can you go in detail? There is a mode I see, right there, gateway. There is a gateway mode, right?
Uh, yeah, yeah. So it can go from terminator to gateway. Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
it is possible. It can go to
Okay.
gateway. But if you
Okay.
have many gateways,
Mm-hmm.
it's not mm, good to have. Uh, you can only select only one gateway here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
So um, it can be like that, but not good.
Not good, right? Okay.
Hmm.
No problem.
Okay, right now it goes directly from originator to GSM gateway channels, and no routing.
Okay.
Okay, next. What's next? Uh, there's also call XML script. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
call XML, and it is possible to add custom logic to select channel
Mm-hmm.
um, as you want to select it programmatically. Yeah, you can
Mm-hmm.
make requests to API to filter traffic, or you can make HLR requests to filter traffic,
Mm-hmm.
and
From here, right?
yeah, from XML.
Mm-hmm.
HLR make filter some kind of, you can insert numbers into your database, and you can request make some queries to your database also, and you can
Okay.
manually programmatically select the gateway and channel
Mm-hmm.
ID in XML, but it's not easy, and most terminators are not able
Mm-hmm.
to design
Is there
cos-
any tutorial for that? Like any
um,
example?
example. No, no. Well, there is a general reference,
Oh, reference, yeah. Oh, we
a
can use that.
general reference for uh, call XML documentation.
Mm-hmm.
If someone is interested, well, I can write a kind of example.
Okay. Yeah. If someone asks, then.
If someone asks,
Mhm.
but usually GSM terminators, they keep logic in secret how they distribute calls between SIM cards.
Mhm.
So these scripts are secret. things.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay.
Main element is transfer. It's here. Well, okay. I think it's enough for
Yeah,
the
the
tutorial
GSM. Yeah,
for
yeah.
GSM
Okay.
termination. Okay, we finish recording.